a tour through minow graphical user interface, or GUI. The minow software is used to control all of our sequencing devices and ensures the platform chemistry is running. I'm Marta, and I'm a member of the Technical Services team at Oxford Nanopore Technologies. In this video, I'll give you a tour through minow graphical user interface, or GUI. The minow software is used to control all of our sequencing devices and ensures the platform chemistry is running correctly. Minow performs real-time base calling, converting the raw signal into DNA or RNA bases. The minow interface is similar across all our devices with minor changes which are device-specific. The tour I'm about to take you on is broadly applicable to all of our sequencing platforms, from minow running on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux systems connected to a minion, through to the Mark 1C, Gridiron, and Promethean. So now let me take you on that tour. So first we're going to launch minow on our computer. And first we're going to log in using our community credentials. Make sure you have an internet connection for this. When you first log into minow, you should see these pop-up tutorials like this one on the top right-hand corner. You can skip these tutorials by clicking on these three dots. You can skip each tutorial individually or click Skip All Tutorials. Don't worry, you'll be able to reset this using the host settings, and I'll show you how to do this in a little bit. In the Connection Manager page, you should see all saved hosts. These can be local devices that are connected to your computer, or these can be network devices that are connected to a different computer. To add a host, simply click Add Host, and to add it, you just need your IP address for that specific device, or the host name, which can be a device ID, for example, a Gridiron device ID. You can also filter by different devices, if you have different devices that you want to filter for. If we now click on My Device, this should bring you to this main page. Here we're displaying the sequencing overview. Here you can see I have a minion plugged in, and there's also a flow cell ID. Minow will display any information on this flow cell at this time. So in this case, we have a flow cell that has not been checked. If we now move on to Start, we can see here there's four main buttons. In here, you can start a sequencing run. You can start an analysis, and this is a post-run analysis. You can do a flow cell check and a hardware check. All of these individual minow features will be discussed in separate videos, so please refer to those for a little bit more information. If we now move on to the Experiments tab, here we can see any ongoing or previous experiments that we have run. Here we can see we have run a flow cell check on this minion with this flow cell ID. If you have run more than one run, this should show up here. If we go on to System Messages, minow will display different messages to what's going on and the different processes that you've set up to do. If we now go into Host Settings, you can see here, you can see your software versions that's installed. Here we have installed version 2006.4. If you hover over this information button, you can also see the sub-packages that are installed with this minow version. It also displays the minow GUI installed version, and it also checks for system updates. If you don't see any update available, then this means you're on the latest version. If you go on to Help, here you can reload the GUI. You might have some issues with displaying of the graphical user interface, so use this button to refresh your GUI. You can also reset all of your tutorials. If you go onto Account Settings, you can see as well which of the Nanopore community users are logged in. And that's it for our minow tour. If you found this video useful, you can browse through more content on the